I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbase helped us in procuring vital life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.
Well, having a look at this card that's from races 4 through to 9, I suspect you're going to get a bumper pool because it does not look easy. And if you structure your perm and you get it right, I think you're in the pound seats come race number 9. Race number 4 is over 1,800 meters. It's a fillies and mares 72 handicap, and it is a small field of 7 that will go to post at the time of recording. So note, take a note of any scratchings prior to race day. And there are a few horses that you're going to have to consider here, but I couldn't make heads or tails on where I'm going to go with my top 3 selections, Rael. And when I go more than half the field, the rule comes in for me. It's a field race. You may say, but how are you going to include numbers 6 and 7? They have no chance. You're going to tell me that, aren't you?
Well, we've seen it time and time again. The horses that you don't include come back and bite you. So if you're going to go more than 3 horses, might as well just go the field, yeah. Yeah,
I'm playing numbers 1 through to 5. I mentioned I can't make up my mind, but just quickly, maybe we give a comment on each runner. Number 1, Franklin, 370 days, hasn't won, carrying 61.5 kgs.
I think the weight could just tell with this individual. Is dropping a bit in class, but does have to have a hefty weight to shoulder and quite a bit of weight to give away. Number 2, Let There Be Light, 1.5 kgs off the back, brings her into the equation. Drawn in gate number 2, was beaten a favourite last time out when well fancied in the market, but over 1,800 meters, 2 runs, 2 fots.
The one thing I'll tell you about this horse, and I'm sure punters are looking at it the same way I am. Look at the last start, Rael. The horse was from a 75 was kept to a 75. But that 3 points that it got at its penultimate start for winning from a 72 from a 75 may have cost it last time out. Now you got Rachel Vinegar, who's claiming the 1.5 kg. So I think that effectively takes out that 1.5 kg penalty. So I'll always look at that when Rachel's riding now. The fact that she's getting that 1.5 kg claim, and if you get a penalty for a horse winning, I'll actually be subtracting that nowadays. So I think that's a massive plus that Paul Peter has up in Gauteng. So Let There Be Light. I think don't read too much into this horse carrying 61.5 kgs. With Rachel claiming 1.5, massive plus. Number 3, Greek Miss, Paul Peter. Well, he's got 2 runners in the race. Muzieni on this horse behind Belvard last time out, I think can be respected as well.
Yes, I think that she is a horse that has to be respected going to the mix. She does take a drop in class, best of the draws, and are likely to go up there. My only concern is that the 1,800 meters, I'm not quite sure if she sees it out, but it just could be that she's tried it in her last 2 starts. She could have just needed those 2 runs, and she will strip a much fitter individual now, having a 3rd run after a rest.
Number 4, Castle Durrow with the young Sasibo claiming the 4.
I think the 4 kgs off the back brings us fully right into that. She's my top choice in the race, and I've made her a PA banker. With 4 kgs off the back, she only shoulders 57. She's been taking on a lot stronger company. She's a horse that has won over the distance, 3 runs at the course for 3 fots, and she's on a mark of 74. And if you take the 4 kgs into account, then I think she's racing off a mark that she's going to be very, very competitive off. And if we just look at her recent form, she ran 2nd behind Woman of Substance on a mark of 80. She ran 3rd behind Snow Palace on a mark of 79. She ran 4th last time out on a mark of 75. And that was over 1,800. So I think Castle Durrow, she must be a massive runner here.
Yeah, on her last start as well, you could make a case for her. She actually finished in front of Paul Peters' runner called Greek Miss. And with the 4 off, Rael may have found the right horse here. Number 5, Crusade to Royalty. Anything from a mile up to 2,600 meters. Caden Brewer up. This filly, although she hasn't won for 214 days, recent form, she's seldom far off them.
Yes, I think Crusade to Royalty is a horse that you have to include into the mix. She's always running on at the business end. She's not going to be as far off as she was in her recent starts in the smallish field, and I think she'll give a good account of herself on a mark of 62. Cheek pieces go on, and Caden Brewer retaining the right. So Crusade to Royalty will be right there. And my choices, 4, 5, 2, and 3. Those are going to be my top 4 choices. And I think number 4, Castle Dara, will go very, very close to getting that 4th career victory.
Well, it looks like a tricky start to the pick 6. Numbers 1 through to 5 are the form horses in the race. And Ryle did touch on strike rates. Strike rate that Gavin Arena had with Frani Bronco as well. Have a look at his strike rate with Erico Veronese as well. I wouldn't be discounting number 1, Franklin, even with that 61.5 kgs. And as I mentioned, Rachel Vinegar, worth a weight in gold, claiming the 1.5 kgs for Paul Peter.
My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.